Hello everyone out there, I am so excited to come out with this news finally. We are moving to Norway, at least for a time. Our time in Mexico have come to the end and we are ready to the next step, and God has spoken very clear about one specific city in Norway, and we will move there with focus on the whole of Norway and Europe. It's time for Europe. But it will not end in Europe. I believe God is still calling us to USA. But next step for us is Norway and Europe, and we did not see this coming. If you asked me a few months ago if I could imagine us moving to Norway, I would say no, not at all. But I want to use this video as a kind of press release to share about our journey and why Norway, why this specific city in Norway, and why Europe. And I want to end up this video with a lot of greetings also from some Norwegian people, and extend my hands to all pastors and leaders and churches in Norway and say, let's work together. Let's do this together. So I'm very excited. I have my computer here because there's a lot I want to share and I need to have all the information with me here. First, we have been on a long journey. It's 30 years ago I met God, and we learned a lot about discipleship the last 30 years, and we have seen amazing fruit all over the world. It's really incredible. If there's people who see this video who don't know who I am, I'm founder of the last Reformation, and it's a movement. We are in over 100 nations. The last 3-4 years we have had Bible school in 30 nations. We have a YouTube channel seen by over 30 million people. We have house fellowship churches all over the world. We have discipled tens of thousands of people. We have seen so many lives transformed, and there's so much fruit. We are giving out some movies called 3 movies: The Last Reformation, The Beginning, The Life of Reformation, The Life, and then 7 Days Adventure with God. And you can see more on that about that on thelastreformation.com. So it's just if somebody see this video and think, who is that bold guy there who's sitting and talking to us? Right now I'm in Mexico and I'm sending this greeting to all of you. So yeah, but 30 years ago I met God. The last 25 years I worked with discipleship, and we have seen incredible fruit. But we are still learning, and there is still things that is changing. And many of you know that I've also been in jail, and I have my book here, 412 Days. This is the English version. It's also published in Norwegian. But before jail, God spoke to me that a shift is coming in our ministry, and it's time to take this to the churches. And then I was put in jail more than a year for something I haven't done. And my case went to the Congress, where in the Congress in the United States, they said I was being persecuted and targeted by the former administration because I am an evangelical Christian minister. I was accused for many things, weapons smuggling, human trafficking, and it is a crazy story, and you can see it on 412days.com. And there's a timeline also, you can go in and see the story. But I was put up as a national security threat, and I was deported out of America. On my homeland security paper, I am still a national security threat. But as I understand now, we have a new administration in America, and I think that, as I understand, they're looking at my case again. And I hope to be cleared soon. But I don't know the timeline in that. But right now, I cannot enter into the United States, but I expect to be cleared, because there is still a work God wants me to do in the United States. But in jail, I saw a lot of things. I experienced depression. I was ready to give up. But I also heard God spoke to me, and I saw revival. And God gave me a vision when it comes to the church. God really changed my heart toward the church. And then I was deported. And then I ended up here in Mexico. in Mérida, Yucatan, in the south of Mexico, where the Mayan people are. We have one of the 7 wonders in the world, or new 7 wonders in the world. The Mayan pyramid is just 1.5 hours from us. And I'm out here in a place where no one knew me. No one have followed me on YouTube and has seen my movies. I was hidden away. And I've been hidden away here for a year. And it has been an amazing time. It has been a time where I could really practice what God spoke to me, or I could take what God gave me in jail and put it into the churches here and the pastors, that I could work in a new way, in a different way than I've done before. Because for many, many years I was working more outside the church, away from the churches, and just doing our own thing. Why? Because we see fruit. We see tens of thousands, 100,000 lives changed, and we were running as a train very, very fast, and we saw fruit wherever we came and disciples being made. But God wanted us to bring it into the churches. And when I came here a little more than a year ago, I met some pastors and I got introduced to more pastors. And the last year, I really invested in pastors and leaders here and churches. And we have seen so much transformation. And it has been incredible. And I said in the beginning that I will only be here for a time. I will only be here for a season. I know God is calling me to the next place. And I said in the beginning, I'll probably only be here for a year. And it has been more than a year now. So they all knew that I will be leaving and going another place. When I came here, I want to share this short here also. When I came here, I shared a teaching to them where it was about how to change your church to become a disciple-making movement. And I actually said to the pastors, I'm not here to just build up your church, I'm here to change you, to become a disciple-making movement. You become a movement in itself who make disciples, who make disciples, who make disciples. And I shared about some principles, some elements God had been teaching me about disciple making. They're so important. And I said to the pastors, this is the elements. If we do this and this and this and this, I guarantee you this will happen. Why? It's like a seed going in the ground. If the right elements are there, like the seed, the ground, the heat, the warmth, the sun, the water, if it's all there, it will grow. And I said to the pastor, if we do this and this and this, I guarantee you it will grow. Why? Because this is how God had created it. And we saw it. And we have seen amazing things. And I can share so much about Mexico and what God did, but I actually just want Todd, one of the pastors, Pastor Todd, to share a short greeting from Mexico and how this has been for him.
Hello there, greetings to everyone in Norway and different places throughout Europe. My name is Todd Peterson, and I've been a missionary here in Mérida, Mexico for over 20 years. I just want to take a moment to bring kind of a personal testimony of what God has been doing over the past year or so as we had an opportunity to receive Torben and his team together with some other pastors and leaders. And I just want to say it's been such an amazing experience. God has done so many things and has brought so much transformation to my own life and to my ministry. I can say so much has changed and seen God do many, many things. And I just want to encourage you, even though I also had maybe some questions and skepticism, you could say, and had some good conversations with Torben and different people that have worked with him. But I just encourage you to open your heart. We have seen God work in many different churches, encouraging many different pastors. I think we've had the opportunity to work with well over 30 pastors here locally and in different places, even throughout Mexico. And good fruit has been seen. We've seen unity. We've seen God raising up the everyday disciple. We've seen pastors and leaders encouraged encouraged in how they can also be equip their own churches. And we have had opportunities to come in and see training, and just so many people experiencing God, experiencing His power, experiencing encouragement to do the work of the ministry, to live the life that they've been called to live. Torben is preparing to move to Europe. He's been here over a year or so. And even at that, Torben, really, I can see that Torben came not to take, but to give, to serve. And as he's preparing to leave, we are going to be able to continue to run. And I can see that there's been a true, through what God has been doing, kind of a foundation that has been built. And we're together with some other pastors and leaders, we're really continuing to move forward in what has been sown here. And so I just want to bring encouragement to you, a quick message. God wants to do good things. God has a beautiful message to the church, and to bring encouragement to many disciples through what Torben has been doing. Open your heart to it. It's going to be an amazing experience as you guys work together with him and see God at work. Blessings.
And again, there was Pastor Todd, and we can find so many pastors who will share similar things. And so I've been working here, and then God started to prepare me to get this teaching out to everyone. And I've actually been working on a teaching series the last few months. And I have a picture I can put in here. Key elements of disciple making. How to create a movement. That is the title. Transforming from a church into a disciple making movement, one step at a time. So this is a whole teaching series I will come out with within a few weeks. And I've been working for this for months. But it's not only going to be a teaching series. What I've been working with for months, what I've been doing here a year in Mexico, what God have been doing in my heart over the last 25 years when it comes to disciple making, God has called me to bring out in the world now. He's releasing me from Mexico to bring it to the end of the world. And the first step is Norway. And I want to talk about that because I did not see that coming. I was thinking time for United States. I knew that my case could come up soon, and I knew that I could clear my name and go back to my friends in the US. But I did not know when. And we're like, God, when? What is happening? And then God started to speak. And He started with my wife, Lena. We were in Norway a few months ago. We were in Europe, Norway, and all over Europe, and it was really, really good. It was good. I saw things have changed in Europe. There's a hunger like never before, and that trip was amazing. The fruit we saw in Europe, like Norway and Netherlands and UK and Austria, the fruit we saw was amazing. And I just saw Europe is ripe for this. Something is happening. But my mind was still United States. But then Lene said, Tom, I think we need to go to Norway. We need a Luke 10 school in Norway. And I was like, no, we already have a PTS school with our friends. It's time for United States. And I said, no, I really believe we need to go to Norway. And it often starts like that. And I did not fully agree, to be honest. I was not hooked on Norway. I really wanted to go to the States and work with our friends and do what God wanted me there. But then things started to change. One morning I woke up. I just felt something is happening. God, are you speaking about Norway? Do you want me to go to Norway? And suddenly I was reminded of a city in Norway. The city is Bergen. Bergen. It is a city up on the west coast in Norway. It's like a Bible Belt area in Norway. And I've never been there. I've never been in Bergen. But I met people from Bergen and I've heard about the city, but I've never been there. And then that morning I woke up and it was just like Bergen. And I said, God, if you want us to go to Norway, is that Bergen? If you want me to go to Bergen, then speak to me. Then I walk in here, I have breakfast here. We have a Jesus Center camp here in Mexico. And we have one student right now from Norway. And I sat down with him for breakfast and we started to talk and say, where are you from in Norway? Bergen. And he started to talk about Bergen and how he knows people in the church in Bergen who follow me and love this, what we are doing, and are hungry for more. And I thought, Bergen, interesting. I go from there and I call my friend Marius and Roundhill. Marius and Roundhill have been with us here for 8 months. And I actually have a little greeting with them, and you can see that here.
Hei, jeg heter Marius, det er kona mi Ragnhild. We are from Norway. We are Norwegians. We live here and we are so excited to be part of what God is doing here in Norway now. We have been in Mexico for 8 months together with Torben, and now we are back in Norway. Been traveling around, meeting a lot of people, and we see the excitement in people here in Norway. And also
God is doing things.
God is doing things around. Yes. And you know, we grew up in church. We loved Jesus our whole life, but we experienced radical transformation in our life. We really felt like God gave us a new beginning and a new foundation in our life. And we know that many people are longing for this also, longing for more, longing for the truth and for freedom. And we believe that it is not just a theory, but this is real. This is something that God is doing, and we are excited to be part of it. And we hope that you will also be part of it. So praise God, He is doing it, and we are being workers together with Him. Amen.
Yeah, so he was a pastor in a church in Norway, and they have been here working with us, and they're excited now for us coming to Norway. And they're doing a PTS school, Pioneer Training School in Norway here. And I called him and said, and before I called him, I said in my heart, like, God, let him speak about Bergen if you want us to go to Bergen. So I called him and said, how is Norway? It's really good, and this is happening, and we have been around. And he was excited about Norway and said, okay, where's the most special place for you? Bergen. Bergen. We have a few families from Bergen coming to our PTA school, and he started to speak about Bergen. Then I had another friend I met years ago. They're leader of a church network in Norway, and they actually came to Denmark, and the wife experienced deliverance and freedom when we had the Jesus Center in Denmark. And I've been communicating with him, and he traveled all over the world. And I called him to just check up, and then I called him and said, hey, where are you in the world right now? Because last time I spoke with him, he was in Mexico. He said, I'm in Bergen. So we had Bergen. In 2 hours, 3 different people spoke about Bergen. And he was like, okay, God, what are you saying? Shall I go to Bergen? And we have got confirmation of confirmation. Just 2 weeks ago, we had a leader couple from Norway who was doing a tour in North America. And then wrote and asked Torben, can we come to Mexico and see you and your team there? And they came to Mexico. And we were out 2 weeks ago sitting, eating on a restaurant. And then we were talking, and they knew nothing, because this is the first time I go public with a video like this. And they knew nothing, and we talked with them, and like, hey, where are you from? And we talked, and they're from Bergen. And I told my story and said, so now we are moving to the next place, and they said, okay, where is that? Bergen. What? And they're like, what? Our city? Yes. You're coming to our city? Yes. So God had really been highlighting that city, Bergen. So that had been special. But you know, even there, even God spoke Bergen. I'm just a guy who, like, God, just give me one more confirmation. And I said that when I heard it first time. I said, God, give me one more confirmation. Somebody, give me a dream for somebody who know nothing about it. And then 10 minutes later, I got a dream for somebody who knew nothing. I've just shared it with our leadership team here the day before that we were looking at Norway. But one of the wives of them had heard nothing. He hadn't shared it with his wife. Very prophetic couple who's with us here. And God gave her a dream about Norway, about us moving to Norway, and how it would be a short time and a stepping stone into the next thing God had. And I just want to play that dream here so you can hear what she said.
Hey, Torben. I was just sharing a dream I had last night with Bernard, and Bernard told me to share it with you. So I had a dream last night that we were in Norway, and we were back in Norway, and it was going to be for a short amount of time, and it was going to be a stepping stone for something else. And then when I shared that with Bernard, Bernard was like, "Oh, wow, I didn't even tell you, but yesterday in the leadership meeting, we had a meeting with Torben, and Torben was sharing about Norway and this and that." So yeah, I just thought I'd share. Let me know if you have any questions.
So we have got confirmation. What we have been working with the last year here in Mexico, and we are seeing incredible fruit. It's time to take it to the nations. Through the teaching series we are coming out with, but also through us going to Norway. And we believe Norway will be the first place, and there will be a stepping stone to the next. And we're going to focus not only on Norway, but whole of Europe the next half year. It's time for Europe. We are coming back to Europe, and we are excited to work with you and see what God is going to do. So what is our plan? We are leaving Mexico in the end of August. And then the first place we will do our new conference called How to Create a Movement will be in Nantes, France. I don't know if I said the name of the city correct. Nantes, I think. We will be in France the 6th and 7th of September. 2 weeks later, we will be in Winterthur, Switzerland, the 2021 of September, and it will be the launch of this new series, How to Create a Movement, a disciple-making movement. And it will focus on pastors and leaders, but for everyone who wants to see the fruit we have seen here in Mexico and other places. After that, we will go to Norway end of September, and we are thinking of we're looking to do our training in Oslo first, in the capital, the 27th and 8th of September. We are looking at that right now. And after that, we are going to Bergen. And we will then do a school in Bergen, the first Luke 10 school in Europe in 7 years. We will do a Luke 10 school with me there the 13th of October to the 6th of December. So we will be in Bergen, and we are so excited. And I want to say here that we really want to work with you pastors and churches out there. This is a handout, me raising the hand out to you. Let's do it together. Let's do this together. We have had many people from Norway visit us here in Mexico, and God have highlighted Norway in a special way here. Also, we had a group of people. I have a picture I put in here on former school. We have sunny guests coming and students, and they had a Norwegian flag and they were praying for Norway. One of those couples who just came to visit us for a few weeks is Øystein and Sunne. I don't know if I pronounce it in the Norwegian way, sorry for that. They have been Bible school leaders for years, and many people in the churches in Norway know who they are. And they have really a heart to bring this into the churches, and let's come together and work together as churches to bring this transformation and reformation and be equipped to bear fruit in our everyday life. And I have a little greeting here.
Hej alle sammen.
Hi.
Hey everyone. God really used the last Reformation in our lives many years ago when we saw the Pioneer School online, and we went to a Kickstart in Denmark. And it challenged us in many ways, even though we've been Christian for many years and been in a lot of different settings. We saw how the gospel was presented, and especially the response to the gospel with repentance, understanding water baptism and what it really is, the help it is to bury the old life and to bury our ego, to be able to live this life by the Spirit, which we're called to. So it was just a lot of revelation and a lot of good fruit in our lives. But we also saw how this is so important in how we lead other people to Christ, and how we help other Christians in getting the foundation right, and then disciple out of that foundation. And so it's been an exciting journey, hasn't it? And,
it has, and we have been able to work with many people in Norway with this, and actually seen so much good fruit of it.
And recently we went to Mexico and saw the work that the Last Reformation is doing there now, and that they are cooperating and with the pastors and leaders in a new way of seeing how this can bring transformation to the churches. And how they win new people, how they disciple them, how they help them get this foundation right from the beginning. And it's really creating such a lot of growth in people. And we strongly believe that this is for the church in Norway and Scandinavia and Europe, and that we really need to stand together for the gospel, but the gospel and the full response to the gospel that we see in the book of Acts. So we want to challenge you all, leaders and pastors and everyone out there, to let yourself be challenged, to get your religious glasses off, as Torben is saying, and to go to the Bible and to really discover and be curious on how to present the gospel, how to lead people to Christ, and how to see them be born again and discipled out of that. So welcome to be challenged.
Welcome.
So it's so beautiful, and I'm so excited. We have a link here together this video with our Facebook group we have set up that is for people in Norway. I also really invite you in Norway especially, but all over the world, of course, if you want to help us in supporting this. There's also a link how you can support, and for you in Norway, we have set up the VIPPS. People in Norway like to use the VIPPS, that is app or something where you can donate. We are going to Bergen. We have no car, we have no home, we have no place to set up the training school. We have nothing. And we don't know anything yet. We just know God is sending us there and we are starting a school. So if you are there in Norway and you say, hey, I love Torben and the ministry, I would like to support them, please do that. You can do it with finances, but also even if you have a home in Bergen and we can stay, or somewhere our team could stay there. If you have an extra car we can use while we are there, then let us know. Maybe you have a campground or a place where we can host a school, or maybe you live outside Norway and have a campground where we can do other trainings and discipleship, or maybe you are a pastor and say, I want to work with you. Send some teams to my city in Norway, then reach out to us. Please help us, let's stand together and let's do this. So together with this video, if you go in the description, there's some links how you can connect with us. You can send emails, you can donate, and so on. And you can join our Facebook group where we will give you more information. But again, for everyone out there, this is just the beginning. We are very close connected with our team down in Europe, and much more will come out during the next few weeks. But this is focused on you in Norway. And I want to end up this video with sharing 3 more videos. There will be in Norwegian. So for you who don't understand Norwegian, sorry for that. This video may be ending here for you. But for you who understand more, I have 3 videos here for you in Norwegian. First one is with Jan Ernst Gabrielsen. He is a pastor and missionary and leader, had been a leader in Norway in many church settings for years, and many of you know him. I've known Jan Ernst for many, many years. And I want to put a greeting in with him about us coming to Norway. And then there's another pastor I've just met when I was in Norway. He's pastor in Sandnes in southern Norway in the family church. And we met and connected, and he's an amazing guy. And he actually, after we met and spent some time together, he invited some of our team to his church who have been doing training, and he's been blessed by that. And he's also very, very excited for us coming to Norway. I'll first put those 2 greetings in here in Norwegian. You can see them here.
Ja, det en stor glede for meg å høre at Torben skal være i Norge med sin tjeneste. Jeg har jo kjent Torben i mange år, også sammen med familien. Da han var litt med vår sønn som var i Danmark. Det var gripende. Han var oppe her og besøkte, og vi fikk oppleve at at han fikk mange ut på gata og var med og så mirakler skje. Og det gleder vi oss over. Så vi tror at Torben har en tjeneste fra Herren. Og jeg fryder meg over å kunne få lese den boka hans, for den har jeg gått igjennom 2 ganger, og den trenger Norge.
Hei. Jon Arve Lunde heter jeg, pastor i familiekirken på Sandnes i Norge. For noen uker siden så fikk jeg lov, i sammen med veldig mange andre, å få være med på en samling i Sandnes, der Torben og Lene og et team var inne. Det var en inspirasjon for meg. Det var også en erkjennelse av at vi som kirke må ta inn over oss at denne utbevegelsen med å nå nye mennesker med evangeliet er vårt største kall. Og av den grunn så har jeg lyst til å anbefale et samarbeid der vi som kirke ydmyker oss og sier at vi trenger denne drahjelpen som Torben og teamet representerer. Det var også en ydmyk erkjennelse hos de på at samarbeid med kirken kanskje ikke alltid har vært så godt. Men de samtalene vi fikk, og det jeg så, det inspirerte meg til å søke det samarbeidet, fordi jeg tror vi trenger hverandre for en tid som denne. Så dermed har jeg bare lyst til å si, la meg få lov å se en tid der evangeliet spres ut, og jeg ønsker i hvert fall som kirkeleder å være åpen for et samarbeid, for å se at Guds rike vokser med kraft i den tiden som kommer.
Yes, and then I want to end up with the last video. This is my friend Ronald Gabrielsen. We have been working with church planting in Denmark years ago. He's now a missionary in Poland, but also are known in Norway. And he was part of helping to give out the book here in Norwegian. And he really believed in this message we are coming with also, as the other do. And I just want you to see a greeting for him here.
Hei, mitt navn er Ronald Gabrielsen, og jeg har vært misjonær i Danmark i 10 år, der jeg jobbet tett sammen med Torben. Og de siste 10 årene så har jeg og min familie vært misjonærer i Polen, hvor vi har jobbet med menighetsplanting og evangelisering og forskjellige ting. Og jeg ønsker bare helhjertet å anbefale den tjeneste og det som Torben bærer. Jeg har sett på nært hold, hvordan han har vært med og brakt forløsning til ufattelig mange kristne, og fått de inn i et overnaturlig liv på en enkel og på en naturlig måte. Og jeg kan virkelig helhjertet anbefale den tjeneste og det som Torben bærer. Her nylig så gav vi ut boka 412 dager på norsk gjennom det forlaget som jeg har, Media Forlag. Og det er virkelig en sterk bok som jeg ønsker å anbefale alle å lese, som virkelig forteller om en reise av ting som virkelig har forandret og gjort og modnet ting i Torben. Men også en utrolig sterk bok som jeg tror faktisk kan forberede oss her i Vesten på mange av de ting som faktisk kan bli en realitet for oss her også i Europa. Så det gleder meg at Torben kommer til Norge. Jeg ønsker han velkommen. Jeg ønsker å anbefale det som han står for, og de ting som han bærer på. Og jeg tror det kommer til å bli virkelig noe som Norge trenger.
Yes, so I want with all of this, I want to say, guys, I know you who are in Norway. I know some people are very, very excited. Torben is coming to Norway. How long will I be there? I don't know. I just know we are moving there for a time. I don't know the timeline. I just know the next half year will be Norway and Europe. I want to say to you who are very excited, we are also excited, it's going to be good. I also want to say to you who are a little more skeptical, I understand that. I understand, like, okay, what is Torben going to do? Like, what will it mean? And you have heard the stories of those people, and I really encourage you, don't let the rumor about me dictate if we work together or not. Let it be the fruit. When I came here to Mexico, I met with a lot of pastors, and they were all skeptics. Who is that guy? Is he going to bless our church, or is he going to take people from our churches? Is he going to be a blessing or a curse to us? And I said to the pastors here, I know you are skeptical, especially when a big guy like Torben Sondergaard come with a big team and we are going to jump in and do schools and all of that. I said to the pastor, I know you're skeptical, but I promise you I'm here to make a change. I'm here to bring transformation. And I know God has given me this opportunity to make a change. And I want to use this to be able to go to the next place where people are skeptical and say, guys, here's a phone list of the pastors and leaders I work with in Mexico. Call them. They can verify that they have been transformed, their church have been transformed, and it's actually good what I'm coming with. I have done things different in the past, and I know I've hurt churches, or I've not respected churches enough, and God has changed me in jail, and we are seeing a different fruit now. And I really reach out to you in Norway. Don't judge me for what I did in the past. Be Christians who forgive and give me another chance. Let's work together. Let's do this together. And if you want, I can provide phone numbers for 30 pastors in Mexico or more who can all say, receive Torben. He has been a blessing to us, to our church, to our community, to our country. And what we are starting here is going to continue. I'm leaving, but they are doing road trips across Mexico now, working with many churches. They're doing Spanish schools here in Mexico now. They're doing a Spanish summer camp in a few weeks. The work here we have started is continuing even I'm leaving. And it's only because we work so close to the churches. And the same I want to see in Norway. I know Norway will just be a short time. And I want to connect with you pastors and leaders because I want to make an impact when I'm there and give you some tools you can continue with. So when I leave to the next country, you continue running the race and see amazing fruit. So give me a chance, send me an email, reach out to me, let's meet. If you have skepticism toward my theology and the way we do it, let's talk about it. I am open. Pastor Todd, as you saw in the video here, he had a lot of questions in the beginning and we spent hours together talking because it was different, some of it. But now he's just seeing the fruit like everyone else. And I believe the same for Norway. And then from Norway, we want to reach out to all of you in Europe. And then when time is, I believe is United States. So thank you for seeing this video. I know it's a longer video. You'll find the information in the text here and look forward to see you in a few months. Come and meet me in France, in Switzerland, in Norway. I am so excited for this next season. God bless you. And be ready for the teaching series that will come out. The first video will be launched in a few weeks. God bless you. Bye-bye.